Today it is the last day of the month, the 31st of August, and so far the month of August has not been that good, has not been that strong. If we're looking at the monthly result, then we're seeing that we're probably going to go down at approximately minus 7%. But we had years where it was minus 14, here we have minus 19, minus 18, minus 38%. We also had a few positive years when we were really strongly in a bull market, but usually the month after, so the month of September, is now already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in a row a red month. So it is to be expected that we can see some downwards pressure. If we close the month of a minus of 7%, that is, like I said, not all too strong, but it has been worse during the month. I pulled two tools. One you can see here until the wick, that was a minus of 13.6% from where we started off the month, and the second one is minus 17%. This is until the wick of Bybit. So the wick of Bybit, when we really had that dump, was way deeper than the one on Coinbase, on Binance, and some other exchanges. So that's a little bit weird, but if you are trading on Bybit, and I know that a lot of you are, then that wick is going down all the way to 24,230 if I'm not mistaken. So then like I said, the minus was then in total 17% at one moment in time. If we are looking at the chart, then yesterday I gave you 3 long opportunities and 1 short. The first one was from this yellow line where we had the wick, and I said maybe we're getting an S&P and then going higher. And well, what do you know? We had the first trade. I did not take it because the move was not that strong, but the first trade was confirmed. The second one I said would be nice if we can get to the 0.5 and then to go higher. We also got the 0.5. Here I did not long because I was a little bit too late. Then my entry would have been somewhere here. Then I need to put my stop loss underneath the wick. That would have gave me a pretty big stop loss. So I also want to see some strength and some follow through, and also did not see that at all in the hours that were following. So therefore I thought, okay, you know what, just leave it, let the trade go by. You can see we just had a little bit of a spike up and a spike down. Maybe it was some news coming out, but that was trade number 1. So first was the yellow line, second was the 0.5, and the third one that we still have open is the one from the golden pocket together with this fig yellow line. This fig yellow line is a top, is a wick of some price action that we had last week. And I said this is actually not my preferred scenario because it's very easy to spot. Doesn't mean that it does not have to come true. Of course it can happen. But everyone can find this trade, the golden pocket together with the significant support and resistance flip. Of course, if it would go down and I see what I'm liking, then I would still enter the trade, absolutely. But that is the last long trade and also the last line in the sand. Because if we are surpassing the golden pocket, then we right away have the value area high of the bigger range. And I think actually once we're getting acceptance within the value area high, we are going to at least revisit the value area low, but probably going to dump lower. If that happens, I would be shorting the farm. To the upside, I said yesterday, well, we can S&P this high. That will be a nice one. I will definitely take that trade. It will be also pretty easy if that happens. And the second one, and that's the one that I would like to add today, and that is maybe a trade from the golden pocket, or at least the 78.6. So if I pull a fib retracement from the low to the high, and let me just take these drawings out real quick, then you can see that with this earlier week we just missed the golden pocket, but it could set us up for a nice bearish divergence maybe on the lower time frames. That would be very nice if we can get one more move up. And also we can maybe take out some more liquidity. Actually this week earlier already took out some liquidity off these highs. Again, I have no idea why this suddenly happened. I tried to Google real fast, but I could not find anything. So this will be my first short trade. If we get something like this, a bearish divergence into the golden pocket 78.6, then of course you need to see that also on your indicator. And the second one would still be the S&P from the top that we put in the day before yesterday. After that, there is not so much resistance. There's only one other part in the chart that I'm looking at, and that is these highs right here. So that is from 28,700. These also very nice hourly highs. We can take them out as maybe spend 1 or 2 hours there and then eventually go lower. This is a little bit of a tricky trade because just above of this area is the whole liquidation fast. This is that whole part that we already talked about many times, where I have all those bad highs and then we can just absolutely squeeze through all the way up to 30,000. So be careful if you take this trade from 28,700. You really need to see your confirmations. I want to see at least a bearish divergence, preferred bearish CVD, and also a change of market structure. So I really want to see a double confirmation, for me at least personally, like I said, because it's just not so much resistance above, but it could be a possible trade. So far everything is going a bit sideways. Let's be honest, we had a pretty boring month, but the market structure is still very much bearish, because if we are looking here on the 4 hour, and then I would draw in the market structure. I mean, it's pretty easy to see and to spot is that we are just constantly making lower highs, especially with this drop. And then actually I would put this one maybe right here, and then maybe now we can go again for a lower low. September historically is not such a good month, and I think we have at least some room, some time to visit the much lower levels here on a much macro scale. The bigger one that I'm really looking out for is 19,500, but maybe we can also find some space here in between to really create that yearly higher low and then to move on from there. So yes, on the macro I'm still very much bearish. I'm still looking out for much lower levels, although I am aware that we can squeeze to the upside, that we have a lot of liquidity on the top, and that it could happen that we still get this quick move to the upside, grab the liquidity, and then go down. So I'm staying very much alert, and I just want to let you know that you can still take long trades on maybe a daily base or maybe on a weekly base, but I think for the next couple weeks or months that there's still more weakness in the market and that we are going lower. That will be it for now. Please stay safe. Don't lose all your monthly profits in the last day, and I'll see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.